Hello everyone. This is part two of the Write Table videos. In the first part, we saw that how you can create this Write Table very easily, where you can have your comments or add new actions within the Qlik rather than going back to the application. In this one, we're going to see how you can store those changes into a QVD, or before that, how you can create a table which can interact with the data model itself. Okay, so let's get started with this one. So first, what we need to do is we're gonna create a REST connector. For that, the URL that we'll need will be your domain, and at the end we will need store ID. So we're gonna go through that right now. So let's create REST connector, and here is a URL. And for the store ID, we're going to go back to the table that we have just created. Go to the audit mode, go to the store change, and you see the change store ID. Copy it and go back to this one, and what you need to do is you can just need to replace this one. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so you have created this one, and the next thing we need to do is we're gonna just rename this one for a better understanding change table, and a few other updates that we need to do. And this one is one is authorization, and we will say it's bearer token. Okay, we're gonna paste the token here. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is, before I paste the token, one update, I will come back to the token itself, next URL, and it would be this one. Okay, for the token, we need administrative privileges, so you don't need to have it all the time. You can have it once, or you can ask API key from your system administrator. If you are a system administrator, that's a good news. What you can do is you can click on in here, go to administrator, and say click on API key. Once you do that, you will land into the API key generation, where you can create a new key. Okay, I'm gonna call it change table. Okay, and you can select the expiration time and say generate, and I'm gonna copy the key and close it. Okay, and I'm gonna go back to the script here, and I'm gonna paste that here. Okay, and then I'm gonna go test connection. If test is successful, that's very good, and I'm gonna create this connection. Okay, so once I create this connection, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this connection, and I'm gonna bring the table that was there. So I'm interested in data only. So you can see my comments, my primary key that I've declared in the previous one, updated it and updated by, along with recommendations and my comments. So I'm gonna insert the script. So just to showcase, before this running this script, we do not have the table. Though the table is there on the front end, it can interact, it can retain the data, but we do not have that interacting with the data model itself. You see, we only have these three tables. Okay, so now we're gonna load the data itself. Okay, so we do not have vehicle recommendations. Yes, we do not have. Okay, so that is because I have another table that will come later. So I'm just going to comment this one, and I'm going to load this again. So that part will come again. We'll come to that later. Okay, so here we go. And if I go to my table viewer now, you see there is another table, and it is connected with the data model through Win, and it's called data. Okay, so I'm gonna call this table, instead of data, I'm gonna call it vehicle recommendations. Okay, because these are the vehicle recommendations. Okay, and now it has become the part of our data. So whenever you load whatever the data recommendations are, you can see that in your data. But these recommendations If we want to store it with the history, we can store that with the history as well. So that is the next part. So let's go over there. I have this script. So I'm gonna go through this script, what it does. We're gonna store these changes in the QED, not in a database. So this script does is it says it's basically the first part checks if the file already exists. Like we are already initiated the recommendation table. Then it's gonna say okay, use that. If not, then we're gonna say okay, let's load that for the first time. Okay, so that is basically this is the first part. Okay, then this is the second part. If there is no data, this is going to work for the first time. Okay, so what it's going to do is if there is already a data, it's going to concatenate automatically because what this is how it works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to change the resident table to the one that we have named here, or we can name this table to this one so that it become consistent with my knowledge. Okay, so if you want to practice, I can share those when you just comment in the data yeah, in the comment section. I will share this one with you. Okay, so I'm gonna load the data here. Okay, so we have got an error. It says field not found. Okay, so what could it be? So there was some changes because the write table can interfere with our original table. So we have done a little bit changes here in this script, which is not being reflected here. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna say rather than comment number blah blah blah, what I'm gonna say is write recommendation notes. Okay, and for new recommendations I'm gonna call it recommendation override. Okay, and win is fine, and also this basically will prevent any circular keys. So that's why I have renamed those columns, otherwise it might interact or interfere with our original data set. Okay, so that is done. I think so we are okay. Now let's reload it again. Here we go. Now if I go back to my table viewer, so we have two tables. One is the data in current state, what is exactly now, and then we have an audit where we can see what was it historically, at what time, and who did that. So we have all the history. So the recommendation row will always have the current one, and in here we will have the updated one. Okay, so just as an example, so we have, you see we have only one data and the same here. Okay, so if I go back to my Writeback table and I change it to, I say okay, I want to update this one from let's say just want to comment, change, update the comment. So I'm gonna say too many failures because the previous comment was too difficult to understand. Okay, so I'm gonna say okay, and I'm gonna save it. Okay, and now I'm going to load the data again here. So you will see now we will have different number of records in both these tables. This is same record. So the vehicle one is overwritten. So this particular data is overwritten. It has only one. It has the latest value. And the this one is updated, and we have an audit key for this one. Okay, so this is how you can store the data into QED for auditing purpose, and you can also make this data integrate into your data model itself, and you can always have other things to do with it. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how you can, if you want to use it to write back to your databases, I'm gonna cover that in a later while. But for now, we're gonna stick with this Q&A changes, and we're gonna use automations in the future for writing back to the database. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned.